Dealing with my stress, dealing with your stress, and you know I'm dealing with my friends. I'm dealing with your friends, and you know it. We're gonna get mad sex, we're gonna get mad sex, and you know we gotta make you come fresh. We gotta make you come fresh. Make we no throw it, oh make we no forget. Yeah, make your day. Swing your love my way, baby, not today. You want to fight or you want to stay? Do me wrong and I'll take all the blame. Do me something I'll make I go crazy. Say you want and you need. When you call all the busy, oh make me take on the easy. Teach your love to the greedy. Yeah. Every time you dey tease me, oh, say you better for leave me. Oh make we not turn small thing into bigger something. Yeah. Dealing with my stress, dealing with your stress, and you know I'm dealing with my friends. I'm dealing with your friends, and you know it. We're gonna get mad, yes. We're gonna get mad, yes. And you know we gotta make you come fresh. We gotta make you come fresh, and you know, like I know, that you know, that I know. Make me no throw it, make me no let time dey wait. Yeah, make I change my way, beg and make you stay. Say you want and you need. When you call all the busy, oh make we take on the easy. Teach your love to the greedy. Yeah. Every time you dey tease me, say you better for leave me. Oh make we not turn small thing into bigger something. Yeah. Dealing with my stress, dealing with your stress, and you know I'm dealing with my friends. I'm dealing with your friends, and you know it. We're gonna get mad, yes. We're gonna get mad, yes. And you know we gotta make you come fresh. We gotta make you come fresh, then you know, like I know, that you know, that I know.
Hello, welcome back. This is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. So I don't know if I spilled the beans, but we have a very special, talented guest in the building, and our guest name is Brian. He's amazing style that you need to be looking out for his songs. He's already dropped a few bangers to know that this guy's onto something. He has songs like Longe, produced by, I don't know if I said that right, Longe, produced by Olunge. We'll ask him when he enters. Launch produced by Spax, Kera featuring Black Bones, and Dinner featuring KLP. So please welcome with me, Brian. Hi.
Welcome.
So is it
welcome.
Longe or Lounge?
Longe.
Longe.
Yeah, Longe.
Okay, that's what I said.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
lounge.
It could be lounge as well, or lounge.
VIP status, you know, come out there, lost lounge and all those things. You never like to, you know? Just be us on longer level.
Longer level. I've seen that
Longer.
video. Very interesting. Very like some hot stuff. But I want to know about your journey, who you are. Obviously, you're still like making a name in your space and stuff. So tell us about you.
Who's Brian? Brian is like an artist. I started making music officially 2018, 2019. I put this, actually Longe is actually my first official single.
Okay.
Yeah, I was making music, but you know, I was experimenting with a lot of things, a lot of genres. Longe, I recorded Longe in 2019, but we just put it out.
Yeah,
No.
very recently.
Yeah.
All right, so I went to your comment section, you know, when you're promoting Longe.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people say, man, the bangers finally arrived. Your mainstream music is finally arrived. I started working out for you, knowing that the video dropped just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, what's the acceptance? What's it been like for you?
Wonderful, man. It's been wonderful. I see random people reaching out to me concerning the song. You know, I was super surprised. I went to Redraw Money some days ago, or like a week ago. I think 2 days after the song dropped, and somebody came to me and was like, "We're so happy that you're putting out music officially."
wow.
Yeah, I was super stoked. I was super surprised.
Oh.
Like, please keep on dropping music. Don't
Yeah.
take breaks.
And that video, you know, sorry, gone.
No, I kind of noticed that your fans are quite intentional. Like, there's a lot of people that you see their comment sections on YouTube or even Instagram, and it's just like ha ha ha, emojis.
Yeah.
Yours seem to be really personal. Like they followed your journey. I remember seeing comments like, "Oh, you've gotten really better." Like somebody was saying that your
Yeah, yeah.
involvement has gone. So people are following you
Yeah.
in this journey as well. Why do you think that is? Like, where do you think they're coming from? Is it school? Do you used to perform somewhere? Like, you know, where do you gather all these fans from?
I think it's my social media. I think it's the
Right.
way I go about my social media. So like I would post like things or like snippets of videos or songs I'm working on, and then get the people I'm following to engage.
Right.
Yeah, so all my followers feel like my friends.
Oh.
You know,
No,
I'm-
I like the fact you brought up social media because that's like a powerful tool in
Yeah.
promoting whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And your social media is a very interesting one. You have over 5,000, you're not even up to 6,000 followers, which is not a problem. It's
Yeah.
not about the numbers, it's about the content you put in. And you're verified. Do you understand? And a lot of people will see that and be like, but I know the verification is based on content. So I like the fact that you're very intentional about what you put out. What you think is different about what you're doing? And how would you advise, you know, other artists to really use their social media as a tool, you know, for success?
He just wants to share his cheat code. He just wants to be doing
not
that.
cheat
I don't
code,
think I don't think it's necessarily a cheat code. I think people need to start looking at, like, when you're doing music or when you're entering entertainment, I think people need to start looking at it like, okay, you make good music, but what do you do outside that music? Like, what are you bringing on the table outside that music? Because if you think about it, there's so many talented people. You know, like if you look at like artists like Black Bones, like he has this thing going on outside his music. So there's a
Absolutely.
reason
There's a whole
people,
personality.
yeah, there's a reason people want to follow you outside that. Because if you're just giving them music, then
So what do you have going on?
Ah.
Spill it.
I feel like my music is based on my sensuality.
Your sexuality.
Sensuality.
Messing with you, bro. Go on.
My sensuality, you know, I'm a very laid back guy, you know, as you can tell from the vibes. I'm a very, very laid back
You
guy.
know the vibes.
You know, I'm a very laid back guy, and I love to dress up, you know, fashion wise and whatnot. So
Okay, so tell me about like your family. Do they support your music? Is it a music home? Because I know 2018 is still pretty recent now. You're not like 2 years old, so
Yeah.
you've had a long life before that. Did you
Yeah.
do school? What did you study? Where did you study? And what did your parents feel about that? Like, I want to know who you were kind of like before you became Brian Verified on Instagram.
I went to school in Babcock.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
oh
I'm a
my
Babcock
man.
You're one of
I
them.
knew there was a vibe, you know. Babcock
Babcock
know the
boy.
line.
Have you finished?
Yeah, I'm done with school.
Okay.
I'm a Babcock boy. It was a journey, like getting my people to accept that I do music. Cause you know, even when I was in school, my best friend, nobody knew I made music.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a personal thing for me.
Right.
You know, until one day I saw like people like, I saw the way they were dapping up one guy that was making music, and I'm like, shit, I can get this.
I said, like, you can do that.
Yeah, I should be getting this too, you know. So that's what made me to start putting out music. You know.
All right, so what's your longevity plan? Because you know consistency is key, and then you know we saw what happened with Burna Boy with the Grammys. Big shout out to Burna Boy.
Big shout out to
yeah,
Burna Boy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we saw what happened. Okay, yeah. We have the audience in the house. Yes, yeah. So we're talking about Burna Boy. You know the Grammys, and how you're intentional about your future plans. What are those things you think you're going to be doing differently that in the next 5 years? You'll be like, man, if Brian no win Grammy, no problem. The way we were going to protest this time if Burna Boy didn't win.
Okay, so we dropped Longe, you know, after that, you know, I plan to put out a body of work.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like an EP?
Yeah, an EP. And then after that, you know, an
When is that
album.
coming out? Not after that. Let's start on the EP.
The EP, let's say some months from now.
Do you have any people you're trying to feature? Do you know how many songs you're looking at putting?
Yeah, okay, so I can say for a given that Black Bones is one.
Okay.
Of course.
Black Bones is
Okay.
one. I actually got that, the way I got the feature was very surprising. It was actually through Oxlade.
Oh.
Yeah, it was through Oxlade. And when Oxlade helped me get the feature, I never met him in person. Yeah, he heard my music from somewhere, and then someone sent my music to Black Bones, and he was there while that happened, and he was like, nah, I know this guy, or I've heard his music, it's fire, jump on it. And that co-signed, that's how it happened.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
really like that. Okay, so but are you planning on working with any women? Because I used to ask that question.
Yeah, I actually love
You
seeing.
love women.
No,
yeah,
no,
just
no,
say
no,
it.
no,
It's
no,
okay,
no.
you can't
I
love women.
love
that's
women.
okay.
I love
Say
women,
it.
but then that's
Yes.
not what I meant.
Right.
I meant like
You love women.
I like how I love seeing like women in the creative space. You
Me
know,
too.
I don't think it's something that you get to see a lot. I love seeing female producers. I love seeing female creatives of any sort. So you know, I've been trying to reach out to like female creatives, like
Right.
around the same age range with me that
Right,
are
right.
still trying to get everything together. So I would love to work with.
At least, I mean, it's nice to see that it's on your horizon, that you're thinking about it, that at least you're aware that that's
But
something
if you
that
have to
wanna
call
do.
like 5 artists that you're gonna put on your album or your EP that are just girls now, where you're not allowed to feature any man, what 5 ladies would you call?
I would love to work with Tiwa. I would love to work with Tiwa. I have been blessed to be in the studio with Tenny before. Wonderful energy. And then to like younger acts, I don't know if you guys will know of them, but there's this girl, she's called S-God.
Escort.
Yeah, it's wonderful music. There's another person called Suni.
To me, sounds familiar.
Probably. There's another person called Rins. So yeah, I would love to work with like
I'm surprised you missed Aria
Arya Star.
Aria Star, Thames, Amarie.
I would actually. That is a big list. I would love to work with Amari.
Yeah.
I
Candy
love.
Me too. If I was the artist, I would love
love-
to work with Amarie.
I love Amari's energy.
Yeah.
I love Amari's energy.
She's really special. But anyway, we're looking forward to your EP. Probably even what's it called, an album, if we're lucky. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, slowly.
What
but
about your
surely.
team? Do you have a management? Do you have a record label? Are you good? What is your hardest challenge putting your music out there?
I think as a young artist, it's just the challenge right now is like getting more visibility and whatnot, you know. And then at the end of the day, like I'm also a singer. I love to sing, and there's COVID right now. We can't really perform. You know, I can't wait for this whole COVID thing
Now,
to just
speaking of that, let's
wrap up.
assume COVID
Like I
stays.
never finishes. Are you done?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, let's talk about COVID, because you said you love to sing, you like to see yourself perform. No, it's a follow-up question, so you can carry on actually. So I want to know, like, let's assume COVID never goes away, event centers never open, and we're
God
just
forbid.
going to be doing.
I don't assume such a thing.
You like
Actually, let's say God forbid to
Let-
that first. Let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx
So
it.
let's just
Please.
assume it never goes away. What is that one thing about your sound that you know you're going to thrive no matter what?
I think the way I go about my socials. The way I go about my socials.
Basically, your personality, because I think
Yeah.
that's like a personality thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, we're still talking about your management. Are you in a record label?
No, I'm actually indie.
Do you want to keep being indie? I'm basically helping you sell your market. So maybe there's someone with cash money now doing, who do I invest in?
I feel like now let's see. It's something. Let's see how it goes.
Are you exploring streaming platforms? You know, like we have the likes of TuneCore, we have the likes of, all the streaming platforms where you can actually be an independent artist, cash in your money and all of that without actually getting signed. Is that something you're considering?
Yeah.
And are you using that platform already? And if not, why not?
I actually am. I have distro with like with people in the UK.
Okay,
Okay.
nice. Okay, so I guess your money.
So you're cashing out.
That's why a record label is not really
A biggie.
Yeah, he's
Not
not
a biggie.
really feeling your fantasy.
Don't
But
Jazzy,
anyway,
keep your money.
No, I don't think it's that. I think like we're in an age where
do
even
yourself.
yeah, not necessarily you can already create that foundation for yourself. Like the way we go about music now, we have social media. Nobody gets to regulate what goes on
Yeah,
social media.
yeah.
If you put out something with the right energy and people gravitate to it.
Yeah.
As your
Okay,
point
well-
of contact, we use Chance the Rapper who won a Grammy without getting signed. to
Exactly.
any
But
record
anyway,
label.
we need to wrap up. But obviously, some people must have been feeling your personality, your vibe, and you know your face or whatever. And I know you mentioned that you sing. So can you just quickly do us something small before we let you go? Don't be shy.
Okay, let me sing off some lines. My favorite part of my single that I just dropped. So it says, make a biddy like a Sarah to your gala, cause I did look your back, but you did for my side. I could swap body sharp, can you be like knife? I no go for your hand, I no go do you bad. I just reason say you sad, so I want to make you dance. Longer, oh longer.
Actually, look at the back of someone by your side like that.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that's how we have to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Join the conversation on social media with the hashtag Tea Time or Twitter.com/TV Africa. Remember that you can catch up on all our previous episodes, including this one and all our exclusive content, by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Plus TV Africa. You can also watch Tea Time on RTTV and in London on Ben Television. A big thank you go out to my special guest, Brian. Came to the video. And then also my co-anchor, Ifeolu Oshike, and Quincy Jones, who had to step down due to social distancing, and the entire production team. Thank you so much. My name is Ifeoma. Adios.
Hey, baby girl, where you dey? I dey come pick you right now. No, we got stone up. What's up now? Where they call your house now? They get dressed. I beg. How far? Fast. I beg.
Longer, oh longer, longer, oh longer, longer, oh longer, longer, oh balance somewhere, make it longer, oh longer, longer, oh baby, oh longer, longer, oh balance somewhere, make it longer. Don't mess my body, do me marama. Give me tungolo until I fall down. Baby, me allow you name, I be the like I said to your gala, cause I did look your back, but you did for my side. I could swap body sharp, can you be like knife? I no go for your hand, I no go do you bad. I just reason say you sad, so I want to make you dance. Longer, oh longer, longer, oh longer, longer, oh longer, longer, oh balance somewhere, make it longer, oh longer. Oh baby, oh longer, oh balance somewhere, make it longer. Okay, we okay, it alright, we alright. Same money day, so make a play and dance all night. Yeah, it okay, we okay, it alright, we alright. Same money day, so make a play and dance all night. Oh yeah, down good duba, oh yeah longer, tunguluna, oh yeah longer, sungalaja, oh yeah longer. Stays on my mommy longer. Man like Sparks longer. Man like Dapper longer. Man like Cheddar longer. My mommy oh balance on cause I did your back, but you did for my side. I could swap body sharp. Can you be like knife? I no go for your hand. I no go do you bad. I just reason say you sad, so I want to make you dance. Longer, oh longer, longer, oh longer, longer, oh longer, longer, oh balance somewhere, make it longer, oh longer, longer, oh baby, oh longer, find somewhere, make it long, make it long, make it long. Oh, do, 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 do,
You're probably wondering what I am doing standing on a farm. Well, this is where we are telling our story for this episode of Not Your 9 to 5. We feature a seasoned expert in oil and gas, and after 10 years of service in oil and gas, left everything completely to become a farmer. And indeed, she is the owner of this farm from where we are filming and talking today.
My name is Nkiru Okwareke. I'm the CEO of EnviroGrow Farms. EnviroGrow Farms was set up to grow vegetables for the high-end supermarkets, supplying them vegetables that they typically import. What we're looking at was import substitution, saving the scarce dollars we have. My background, I started as an engineer. I have an engineering degree, and after I finished, after my youth service, I started working with ExxonMobil. After 10 years of working with ExxonMobil, I took early retirement and I went to Canada and did my MBA. After I finished my master's in Canada, I worked a bit, and around that time too, my business partner Maraba was rounding up her program too, and we're deciding what to come and do when we come back to Nigeria. And then we thought about agriculture, because we realized something: everybody must eat. Even if you're sick, you must eat. Even if you don't go to school, you must eat. Even if you don't have a roof over your head, food is a constant in everybody's life. And that was the time that the big supermarkets were coming to set up, and they were not getting the kind of vegetables they needed. Or even if they did, they were importing it, and we felt that was not right. Why should they be importing things that we can easily grow in this country? So we decided to set up EnviroGrow Farms. We have the biggest freestanding greenhouse in Lagos State. It's a 5,000 square meters greenhouse. Climate control, we have fans, we turn on when the temperature becomes hot. We have black shade nets, we pull over when everywhere becomes very sunny. And we're growing bell peppers. We grow bell peppers, we grow chili peppers, we grow a lot of things, and tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, we grow everything in this greenhouse. Then we decided to expand further, and we started now growing sweet corn in the open field. We're one of the biggest producers of sweet corn in Lagos at the moment, supplying the biggest stores. We produce up to 1.2 tons weekly of sweet corns, and we can't even meet the demand of what we're doing. After I had done 10 years in ExxonMobil, I had done a lot of projects. I have moved around. I had lived in the US, France, Singapore, working on projects. I felt really I have done enough, and I wanted to be an employee of labor. I wanted to create value and also hire people and do something for the economy. So I guess farming kind of naturally happened, and I went into it. Yes, everybody always wonder, why do you have to leave ExxonMobil? They pay well and the rest, but we can't always work for somebody all the time. And what I always tell them is that The strength of a country meantime depends on the entrepreneurs. The more entrepreneurs they are, creating value and hiring people, the more robust the economy is. When I was working, I was paid. The highest people I had, maybe I had 2 or 3 domestic staff working for me, but I wasn't adding value to the economy. But as a farmer now, I'm adding more value. I'm an employer of labor, I'm paying salaries, we're just increasing the economy. And we're doing the major things that what we're growing is doing import substitution, especially with now that dollar is rising. So we're using dollar for really important things like medications and machineries we don't have, and not buying food we can easily grow in this country. What we have here are bell peppers, capsicums. They're called sweet bell peppers, they are called bell peppers. They take about 90 days to grow. We'll use seeds. These seeds are not indigenous to the country, so we'll have to keep importing seeds. So we'll use what we call hybrid seeds. Not GMO, please note, hybrid seeds. These seeds, when you plant them, they all grow green. At 75 days, they are this color. They are green, this is the way it is, after 75 days. Then the ones that are yellow, or the ones that are red, they start turning. If you notice, this one is looking greenish red. In the next couple of days, it will be full red, nearly full red as this one here. So this is what happens to the peppers. 75 days, the peppers are already green. You can harvest them, which is the one most people are used to. But the ones that are colored, you give them another 15 days, they turn to either yellow, to red, or to orange, depending on the seeds. And we use hybrid seeds. So these are seeds that give you high performance, but they are not genetically modified seeds. We use this dust to protect the greenhouse, because the greenhouse is supposed to be a protected environment. So insects, rats, and all other things don't come in. So that way we use less chemicals. If we protect this place, we use less pesticides and the rest to keep them away when they come in. All right, so now let me take you to the open field where we'll grow sweet corn. Outside in the open field, we'll plant sweet corn. We'll have them at different stages. So we'll plant every week and we'll harvest every week. So that way we guarantee supply to our customers that will sell sweet corn to. Most people always say which one is sweet corn, which one is maize. They are two different. Sweet corn is the one typically that we use to make fried rice. They are smaller, they are sweeter. It's actually by the sweetness, and they are much softer. The maize is a local maize I will know. Actually abroad, nobody actually eats the maize. They actually use those ones for feed. That's what they use to make feed for animals and for other things. It's actually called industrial corn. Nobody consumes it. So we're actually trying to see if we can also push people from eating maize to here. So there's enough maize for our poultry, especially now that the government has even banned importation of maize by getting dollars from CBN. Challenges is basically all the inputs we use. We use drip irrigation. No company makes drip irrigation. This is what we use. So basically, the corn we farm, we are not dependent on rain. Actually, rain is even a big problem for us, because what the corn actually needs more is sunlight. With drip irrigation, we'll have water, giving the corn water all year round. So we're not a rain-fed farm. We'll have boreholes that give us water. So every input we use in the farm is imported. The drip irrigations, they're imported. The fertilizers, they're imported. The seeds, they're imported. So we're exposed to dollar in everything. And though government keeps talking about support to agriculture grants, it's a Herculean task to get those grants. It keeps going to the normal people. Your bank will tell you to get bank guarantee, to get the property. If I had a property, why would I need to come and get guarantee from you? I'll just go to the bank and get my grants. So the biggest thing also, because most of the biggest asset farmers have is their land. Many of us don't have the papers to our land because of the stress of getting land certification. So that way we can't even unlock loans or grants we can use to build our farms. So cash, inputs is a major this, and then technical support. We don't have enough technical support. Normally abroad, you also have governments having what they call technical support services that come and support farmers. We don't have. I used to have an agronomist I was paying dollars to live here and support this farm. And when dollar kept going up, it became unsustainable for me because I couldn't increase my prices and I had to go back. We don't have a technical support from federal ministry or from state ministry. We have to do everything practically ourselves. We don't have lights. I run a generator practically 8 hours every day to be able to do drip irrigation for the farm. We don't have power anywhere. Even when there's power close by, they still tell you to buy your transformer. So everything we do on the farm, we're getting money from other places to sustain the operations.
My name is Okpire Peter, and I'm the manager of Enviro Group Farms. I've been working with Ms. Opareke for the past 5 years, and it has been so great from the aspect of the bell pepper, the greenhouse, and the open field sweet corn. At first, I didn't start as a farm manager. I started as a worker, and right now I'm the manager. So I think I've learned a lot of things from the agronomists we first employed and from Ms. Opareke herself.
Imagine holding this, planting it, and months after, you say this. And then by the time you harvest it, it's on people's table and they are wondering, wow, they can't even know the genesis of where it started, how small the seeds are giving them this thing is. Those are the joys we farmers have, being able to put something in the soil and with the right environment and the food growing and having it on the table and the joys people have when they eat this food and you know this is from the works of your hand. Walking into a supermarket and seeing people touching your product and so excited and not believing that these things are grown in Nigeria. These are the excitement. Being an employer of labor, knowing that people's lives or livelihood depend on me, being able to provide, being able to make sure that dollar is not used for what it shouldn't be used for, things we can actually grow here. Yes, they are challenging, but there's nothing like food production. The joy of most farmers actually is just that knowing that when I plant this and rain comes and sunlight comes, I produce food that can feed people. Without food, a nation doesn't go anywhere. Food security is a major problem. That was even why during the COVID that they had to say people who were supplying food had to come out because we're essential services. Those are some of the joys we have in agriculture. Nurturing something, watching it grow, seeing it on the table and seeing people eat it and seeing the joy it gives them knowing that this thing came out from your farm. This area is a yam. We grow yams here too, but this is actually not for commercial. It's not commercial production. These are what we grow for my staff. We all grow the yam and we share and we give them as gifts to people. But this yam, you can see how lush these leaves are. So you can imagine the size of the yams. Sometimes we'll harvest 2 to 5 tons of yams from the things we grow on the farm, but it's not for commercial growth at the moment. Will I go back to 9 to 5? You have walked around the farm with me. You have seen the expanse of space. You have seen the breath of air we enjoy. We have seen the greenery of this. If you were me and I ask you, will you go back? I wouldn't go back. This is my life now. I enjoy it. It's not your regular 9 to 5, but I put food on the table. I make a difference. I'm supporting the economy. I'm an employer of labor, but most importantly, we're making sure that the millions of people we have in Nigeria are fed. That is the most important part of my job, and I will not change it for anything.
And straight from the farm to this art gallery, where we'll be talking to Archie Abia Godwin, who left the worlds of international relations and history to follow his passion as an artist. He left everything to do with history and international relations. And here we are today to speak with him.
name is Archie Abia Godwin. I'm an historian and international public relations. I deviated from that into art to be able to make a living. And when I started art about 25 years ago. I started with bone collage, where I would go to abattoir, get cow horn, pieces it. First of all, I should have a concept, what I want to do. Sketch it on paper, then pieces the cow horn and place it on the surface. That medium of art, I call it bone collage. I place it on board, but as time goes on, I now move it from board to canvas. And I realized that some of my collectors complain of the duty they pay because the bone collage was heavy. And I now went back to the Holy Spirit because it is the Holy Spirit that inspired me to come into art. What should I do? And again, also, I was limited by the different colors of cow horn. I now decided to, like I said, I now decided to go to the Holy Spirit and pray about it. And it now gave me what I am doing now. I call it graven art. I started with trying to use art to propagate the gospel of Jesus Christ. It was the Holy Spirit that inspired me into art. And I've been doing that for a couple of times. Time to time, I deviate to environment, the things around me. Even I use my art to talk about government. There are things that government do right. There are some things government do wrong. As a society, we should be able to see what they are doing right and what they are doing wrong. Because I have come to realize that one challenge that we have in this society is we don't have people that are creative in the corridor.